President Obama was sworn in public in Washington, D.C., and the inauguration ball was held. For all the details, let's go across to Sarah Jacob.
Second inauguration addresses are aimed at the history books. As expected, President Obama's speech we heard themes of national unity, service to the nation, and a need for political compromise. A speech that harked back to his first election night speech, where he spoke of the need not for a red or a blue America, but a United States of America. It was also an address that set the stage for looming debates over taxes, gun control, immigration, and other issues. Obama acknowledged that a spirited debate is a hallmark of a vibrant democracy, but said that the leaders of this country can't let disagreements prevent them from finding common ground to move the country forward.
We recall that what binds this nation together is not the colors of our skin, or the tenets of our faith, or the origins of our names. What makes us exceptional, what makes us American, is our allegiance to an idea articulated in a declaration made more than 2 centuries ago. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
In 2009, the president was sworn in twice because John Roberts, the Chief Justice, fumbled on his delivery of the oath. Roberts is known to have a phenomenal memory. In fact, in all of his legal career, he's said to have rarely referred to notes while arguing a case, so he had committed the oath to memory. After all, it's only about 35 words long, but perhaps in a testimony of the historic nature of the occasion, he got nervous or something, but he fumbled, and they had to do it again the next day. The last president to take the oath 4 times was Franklin D. Roosevelt, and that's because he was elected 4 times. This time today, of course, John Roberts used a flashcard or something, and of course, if anybody thought that they could somehow move on from this embarrassing moment, no such luck. In a way that only kids can, disarmingly, little Sasha joked with her father saying, "Good job, Daddy, you did it, and you did mess up." Thank God for kids, right? You can be President of the United States, and they'll still keep you grounded.
The American people can no more meet the demands of today's world by acting alone than American soldiers could have met the forces of fascism or communism with muskets and militias. No single person can train all the math and science teachers we'll need to equip our children for the future, or build the roads and networks and research labs that will bring new jobs and businesses to our shores. Now, more than ever, we must do these things together, as one nation and one people.
An inaugural speech is aimed at the history books. Only 16 U.S. presidents have had the fortune of being able to stand here at the steps of the nation's capital and address America. President Obama has been working on his speech since December, making his notes on yellow legal pads. Obama is a professor of history and constitutional law, and he knows that the bar has been set very high. Abraham Lincoln arguably made the most memorable and eloquent speech in 1865, just weeks before he was assassinated, about ending the Civil War and slavery in America, as he said, with malice towards none and charity for all. Well, Abe Lincoln is a man that the president has openly acknowledged to be a huge inspiration. Obama took the oath of office on 2 Bibles today. One, the one that Abe Lincoln used, which Obama used in his first inauguration 4 years ago, stacked on top of Martin Luther King's Bible. It's a pairing that makes a very compelling statement, a very powerful combination. The man who abolished slavery and the man who fought for civil rights, leading up to the inauguration of President Obama for a 2nd term.
We, the people, understand that our country cannot succeed when a shrinking few do very well and a growing many barely make it. We are true to our creed when a little girl born into the bleakest poverty knows that she has the same chance to succeed as anybody else because she is an American. she is free, and she is equal, not just in the eyes of God, but also in our own.
Obama called for equal pay for women, equal rights for gays, better treatment for immigrants, and even referred to his ambitious desire to pass gun control legislation. President Obama today also renewed focus on fighting climate change, an issue that largely was absent from his first-term agenda.
We will respond to the threat of climate change, knowing that the failure to do so would betray our children and future generations. Some may still deny the overwhelming judgment of science, but none can avoid the devastating impact of raging fires and crippling drought and more powerful storms. The path towards sustainable energy sources will be long and sometimes difficult. But America cannot resist this transition. We must lead it. We cannot cede to other nations the technology that will power new jobs and new industries. We must claim its promise. That's how we will maintain our economic vitality and our national treasure.
This marks the second inauguration that Beyonce has performed at for President Obama. The image of Beyonce singing, belting out the classic Etta James at last, while the President and the First Lady danced with each other in 2009 is now iconic. Beyonce has been a long-time supporter of Obama, stumping for him not only in his first campaign but also in this past election. In April, the pop star, the superstar I should say, penned a heartfelt letter to Michelle Obama in which she wrote, "I'm proud to have my daughter grow up in a world where she has people like you to look up to." Obama's top second-term goals are ambitious. To tackle these issues, which traditionally have been an anathema for Republicans who control half of Congress, Obama will have to bridge a partisan divide that has only deepened during his first term, despite his 2008 campaign theme to usher in a new era of forced partisanship in Washington. Second terms have been notoriously unkind to modern presidents. Richard Nixon resigned in disgrace. Ronald Reagan's second term was marred by the Iran-Contra guns for hostages scandal. Obama's predecessors, who were re-elected, stumbled in their second terms. Both of them. Clinton, of course, was impeached, and the war in Iraq and Hurricane Katrina made George W. Bush one of America's most unpopular presidents. And the Obama administration is aware of what is known in Washington as overreach, but they're out to prove that they can break the notion of the second-term jinx. While today is a day of celebration, as Obama tweeted just minutes after his oath, now it's time to finish what we started. In Washington, Sarah Jacob, NDTV.